Okay, guys. So, if someone had told me that Kristysarah, estranged husband, Desmond, would be dating gangstalicious Diddy, baby mama, Danatran, I would say you are a liar. Like, Desmond wants to die. Desmond loves drama. Desmond loves chaos. Desmond loves to be seen, evidently, and it seems as though he wasn't being seen enough with, like, do you guys realize that Desmond is a hot mess? Desmond it's like he's out here searching for his death. Was things too peaceful at home with Christy for you? Like, make no mistakes. We don't know much about Danatran, do we? We know that she's intelligent, she's highly educated, but Danatran, she was still connected to Diddy. When Diddy's trial was going on, she never showed up to every trial, but she was at one of the hearing, and she wrote a letter to the judge on Sean Diddy Combs' behalf. So we really don't know much about Danatran and Diddy, to be honest. We heard that they were married, but after doing several checks, they weren't married, right? But the thing is, Diddy is what they call a sociopath or a psychopath, right? And in his head, even when the woman is no longer with him and has moved on, in his head, the woman is still with him. Remember what he did when Cassie and Alex Fine got married? He was there, under the comment section, like, he doesn't know when to quit. He doesn't know to take a hint. So, with this report coming out saying that Desmond, Kristysarah's estranged husband, who went to Christy and said he's seeing someone and he wants to be with that person, and he has been seeing that person for quite some time. That's what he said to his wife. And Christy was like, you know what? Since you need some time to figure out your feelings, tell you what, you're gonna do so without me, because I'm not gonna be a second-class fiddle for you after we've been together since the age of 14. And I don't blame Kristysarah. And then after that, we saw Desmond making out in a Houston bar with what we thought was a transgender, and she has since then came out and said she's not a transgender, she's a born woman, and all of that jazz. Well, we saw Desmond making out with that girl, and now you're telling me that you have moved on to a third in this day and age with STDs and STIs just running loose and running wild? My God, Desmond. Like, trust me, all this time Christy was making you look good, honey. I mean, he has every right to live his life on his terms. But Desmond choices, to see Desmond coming from a Kristysarah, and he's living like a college boy for such a grown man with 2 kids, you have to wonder, is Desmond okay? Is he doing okay? And the people that were on his page hyping him up, and he was taking hype from those people, those men are known to be wild in the streets and not have a steady life. They have a messy life, including Kevin Gates. So when Kevin Gates was cheering him on, he was like, liking and commenting. And now you're with Danatran? Gangstalicious baby mama? Guys, Desmond doesn't have any self-love. I think Desmond is clueless. Desmond is acting like a child that just left high school, left their parents' house in the same process, and is trying to figure out life. And when a grown man of Desmond age acts this way, especially when it comes to risky behaviors, he's gonna learn, God forbid, the hard way. His life is too messy, honey. Desmond's life is too messy. Now, what TMZ is saying is that Danatran, the mother of one of Sean Diddy Combs' children, is casually dating Desmondscott, TMZ has learned. They're saying sources familiar with the situation tells TMZ Dana and Desmond have been spending time together since Desmond's estranged wife, Kristysarah, filed for divorce. I'm wondering, could Danatran be the secret woman all along? I don't think so. No, because I don't think Danatran would be out here with a man who is running loose and wild with multiple women and coming back to her. She doesn't give that kind of vibe. But then again, she was with Diddy, so anything is possible. But what they're saying is that we're told things between Dana and Desmond are not particularly serious, at least not yet. In fact, our sources say Dana and Desmond have only been seeing each other recently, and that's kind of significant. We broke the story. Kristy filed to divorce Desmond back in January, and she cited infidelity for the reason for the split. Kristy must be laughing at him and wondering what the heck is going on. Is Desmond going through a midlife crisis? Now, they're saying a couple days after the divorce filing, we saw Desmond making out with model Marissa Springer in a Houston club. Now he's dating Dana, and our sources are adamant that there's no overlap between Desmond and Dana's relationship and his marriage. Okay, but if there is, it's going to come to light. They're also saying, meanwhile, Diddy, Mr. Gangstalicious, is locked up in New Jersey serving out his federal sentence for a couple prostitution conviction. Now, that's the end of that report there. But honey, I can't believe that's where Desmond is at the moment. Like Danatran is a pretty girl. Danatran, very educated. But for a Desmond coming from a Kristysarah, why would you get involved with someone that is coming from under Diddy's umbrella, knowing that Diddy is a sociopath? Desmond doesn't want peace. Desmond wants problem. Seems as though he knows nothing about life and he's trying to figure out life. What the heck is going on? I don't think even 50 would venture into those territories, honey. But hey, Desmond is evidently brave enough to deal with Diddy. I hope Diddy doesn't send him flowers or chocolate because, they say the guy is very questionable when it comes to his sexuality. So, let's see if we're going to hear about Mr. Gangstalicious, Sean Diddy Combs, is going to send Desmond flowers or chocolate. And when I say flowers, I'm not talking about red roses. I'm talking about the type that he had sent to 50, allegedly. Those funeral arrangements. Let's see if Desmond gets some flowers, or if he gets some chocolate, or maybe even a Rolex. But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. And I'm going to say to Desmond, good luck, because you're going to need it. Because I don't know what the heck is going on with Desmondscott. This is very, very surprising that he would venture into such territory. This man clearly doesn't have any idea of the outside world, and he's going to learn the hard way. But let me know what you guys think. Leave your comment below, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.